Wow, this is our first Facebook Live event with BeachCorps. Welcome to BeachCorps from sunny, although not sunny because we're inside Punta Cana. My name is David Sirby. I'm the president of the BeachCorps, and I'm here with Silvia Mendez.
I am Silvia Mendez from Rescátame Punta Cana.
And we are here to talk to you about a fantastic project that we're doing this Saturday, July 22nd, in Punta Cana with Rescátame, and soon you're going to hear about what Rescátame is, and Dogs and Cats of the DR. First, I am going to tell you a little bit about BeachCorps. BeachCorps is a new kind of volunteer vacation. Volunteer vacations have existed for many, many years, but BeachCorps is a little different because, number one, we allow you to pick your nice hotel, so you don't have to stay in a dump to do a volunteer vacation. Number two, we link you up with real causes, independent causes that we didn't make up, that we found and feel are worthy of support, like Rescátame and Dogs and Cats of the DR. And number three, we make very sure that your activities support the cause and not just your own ego as a volunteer. And finally, it's actually less expensive than the other volunteer vacations. You can go check that out. But why did I decide to work with Rescátame and Dogs and Cats of the DR, who we'll refer to as DCDR? Because they're wonderful. And I have someone who agrees with me. Could you hold this for one second, Sylvia?
Yes.
In case you don't believe me, this is the BeachCorps beach bum. And he's going to be dragged around the island. He's kind of heavy. And he's going to be teaching you or talking about volunteer vacations, great causes, and fun vacations in hotels and wonderful beaches. So you'll be seeing him travel around the world, kind of like the Travelocity gnome. Yes. Oops, I didn't just rip off their idea, no. But you'll be seeing him. And by the way, he might be facing a resurrection in papier-mâché form for two reasons. A, because that'll be recycled material, which we like to promote recycling. And B,
he's too heavy.
He's too friggin' heavy. Listen. Oh, okay. Okay, so anyway, can we talk a little bit about Rescátame, Sylvia? Tell us about Rescátame. And by the way, when we're talking about Rescátame, we're really talking about Dogs and Cats of the DR too, because they kind of do the same work.
Correct.
Rescátame is our expert in the Punta Cana region, whereas
Yes.
Dogs and Cats of the DR are more focused on the Puerto Plata region on the north coast.
It's actually all the north coast. It's
Right.
Puerto Plata, Samana, and many of the other communities along the north coast. They cover a huge area
Fantastic.
on the north coast. And we are here on the east region of the Dominican Republic on the Punta Cana area.
Perfect.
So Rescátame was created...
First, tell us about yourself.
Yes, correct. My name is Silvia Mendez. I am from Uruguay, a very, very small country in Latin America. Me and my husband, we came to the Dominican Republic for work purposes a few years ago, and we stayed. And because we want to give something back to the country has been good to us, then we actually want to help either people or animals or whoever and whichever is needed. Then I started volunteering with Rescátame a few years ago. Rescátame was created by a few expats living here in Punta Cana, like myself, who actually want to give back to the community, to the animals in particular, and to the people also. We started feeding stray dogs around the Punta Cana area all on our own, doing whatever we could, just us, and then we put our efforts together and we joined and we decided to do something else. So we created Rescátame. Rescátame is a legally registered non-profit institution with the Dominican government, which we think is very important for transparency purposes. And we do as much as we can to help the animals in the area. We organize spay and neuter clinics because the overpopulation of street animals is very big around here, and that's something that needs to be controlled.
Let me go and show them a few photos of
Yes.
the wonderful work you do. Can you hold on to this?
Yes.
We're a team here.
Correct.
So this is the graphic that shows we're trying to promote support for our July 22nd event. If you know anybody in the Punta Cana region that would like to just show up, it's on the Facebook site for for BeachCorps, and you can also, I'm sure there's some postings on Rescatame and Dogs and Cats of the DR. We'll be giving you that information later on.
Yes.
But let's go ahead and show you some of the stuff these cool organizations do. So tell me about this photo.
This
Sylvia.
photo is one of our volunteers talking to the local communities, in this case children,
Right.
and letting them know how they can do more for their pets, how to actually treat their pets, how to take care of them with a dewormer and medicines, basic medicines
Right.
that they don't know about, so explaining how to properly take care of their animals.
Education is one of the key
It's the most important thing,
things
yes.
that you do. And you know, it may seem a little silly to just teach kids about pets here, but to be honest with you, pets don't have the same status in this country
No.
that they have in the United States and other developed countries. They're sometimes mistreated a lot more here, and that's part of the education effort.
Correct, and many things of what they happen here to the animals, the street animals, are actually a result of the lack of education.
Right.
So by teaching the kids, you actually are building the future, and you are creating a better life
That's
for
wonderful.
them and for their animals. Yes, correct. Thank you.
We're rookies in this. so.
Yes. Please excuse us for any technical
Technical
inconveniences.
difficulties. All right, so let's go on with some of the other cool stuff that
Yes.
your organizations do.
Correct. So we provide supplies to the communities. It's only basic medicine, first aid care, because none of us are actually veterinarian doctors. We're just volunteers.
Right.
But there are many basic things that we can do, and we teach them how to do it. Even if it's just telling them that animals need to have water and food every day, fresh water, which is very important with this heat and this weather here. So that's important, and it needs to be said sometimes.
And you also bring supplies to the people too, often.
Correct.
Basic supplies to help them out.
Yes.
And this is one of the reasons, well, I'll get back to that later on. Keep on giving the list of supplies. I want to tell you more about why I love your organization later.
Okay,
Go
we
ahead.
provide emergency medical care for animals who are injured or hurt or seriously sick.
Right.
We are
Here's
partnering.
World Vets is one of the organizations
That's
that
one
you
of the
work with.
organizations
Yeah.
that, and they do come to the Dominican Republic to organize mass spay and neuter clinics.
Fantastic.
Which is very important because it's the only way to control the overpopulation of street dogs and cats.
Absolutely.
That's the only way.
Yep.
It's the only thing that will create a long-lasting impact on the long term. You need to spay and neuter. If not, you could treat them all you want, but it will be the same.
I agree.
So it needs to be done, and it's very important to have organizations like this and another organizations here in the Dominican Republic who have their team of veterinarian doctors and who are willing to come at a very reduced cost and not charging anything for their fees, only for the medicines that are used. So we can organize spay and neuter clinics. If not, we
Fantastic.
could not afford that by any means.
That makes it important.
Correct. Another thing that we do is provide foster care for animals.
Well, here's the basic medical care.
That's
right?
the basic medical
Here's
care,
the basic
exactly.
medical care is an IV for a dog.
For a dog, yeah,
Oh
yes,
my goodness.
correct, yes, yes.
So, and then you were talking about finding homes, right?
Correct. We try to find homes for as many animals as we can.
Right.
Many of them here in the island, and many of them outside. We have been fortunate enough to have many people from the U.S. and Canada deciding to adopt dogs from the Dominican Republic.
Right.
Dogs from the Dominican Republic are really wonderful. They are not aggressive by any means. They are shy at first, but when they get to know you, they are so friendly
Yeah.
that many people who came for vacation has fallen in love with an animal from the Dominican Republic and contacted us and see how they can adopt them.
And you help walk them through the adoption process,
Correct,
right? So
yes.
they're not all alone on the
No.
bureaucracy of getting them home, right?
We help them
You
with all the paperwork that's needed,
That's
the
fantastic.
shots, the medical certificate, the documents that are needed for the pet to fly out. We do help them as much as we can.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
Anything else on your list? The animal cruelty laws, right?
Correct. There's even when many people do not know about that, there's an animal cruelty law passed in the Dominican Republic. It was passed in 2012, and yet it's not really well known around here.
Well, first of all, I think you guys had something to do with it getting passed, right? Were you?
Many organizations
Many
did
organizations did
support
that?
it, yes. Mostly the ones from Santo Domingo, because they are are close to the capital and the government offices, so they actually did lobby a lot for the law to be passed.
Perfect.
That was very, very important. But we have found out that not many people do know about the law yet. So we try to mention that to local people every opportunity that we have, because it's important for people to understand that any act of yes, that's a beautiful photo.
Yeah.
It's important for people to understand that any act of animal cruelty is actually punishable by
Sure.
law.
And then, as we all know, in many countries, laws aren't perfectly enforced. So you all are there to try to make
Correct.
sure these laws are enforced.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
From a sustainable development view, I can assure you that enforcing laws is a good thing in general.
Yes.
So-
Correct.
All right, so let's start talking now about what our future plans are. So you're a volunteer organization, so we're
Correct.
not going to be, we don't have full-time staff to
No.
handle projects after projects.
No.
However, we know that Rescatame and Dogs and Cats of the DR are excited to do more, and that we want to start putting regular activities onto the schedule.
Correct.
For what you guys are doing, which is fantastic. And we are maybe estimating once or twice a month or once a month or something at first. And then what we can do is we can use those resources maybe to get more staff to do more projects.
Correct.
And start ramping this thing up. That's the
Yes,
plan.
that's
Fantastic.
the idea. Mm-hmm.
That is fantastic. The basic idea we want to do right now is, if you know nobody in the Punta Cana region, please have them show up at our project. I can even maybe, if you could reach out to info@beachcorps.com, I might be able to give people a ride if they need it. But I can take
Correct.
4 people. But we can have a wonderful event on the 22nd. We have Runners Adventures, which is our main sponsor, excursion provider, is going to be showing up. They are experts in excursions. They will make sure you get picked up at your hotel and brought to the volunteer site and
excursion
brought
sites.
home.
Mm-hmm.
The people of El Cahuil, where we are going, which is a wonderful community near the famous Macau beach, are excited to meet you, and they're going to be talking about what Rescatame does for them from their point of view. There's going to be time for interaction where
Yes.
people get to know each other as human beings. And then, of course, there's going to be the actual activities of helping animals.
Correct.
So this is just our first of many.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited about this. Do we have, let me see, our technical assistant, have we seen any questions come in, or that's okay. This is our first time.
One
so
moment, yes.
Maybe we won't get to questions this time, but I promise at our next Facebook Live we will.
Correct. Yes.
We're dealing with. Do we have any questions yet?
Checking.
No worries. But what I want to say is this: I am proud to be associated with your organizations, because I think that I actually got somebody on one of the Facebook posts that I did recently who said, "You should help people, not animals." And I said, well, as a matter of fact,
We are.
we are helping people through
Yes.
Rescatame and Dogs and Cats of the DR.
Yes.
One of the most important things you can do to help dogs and cats and any creature that needs help and love is to help the people care and love for them.
Correct.
And one thing that we've definitely seen is that communities that take care of their dogs and cats and treat them with love and respect are communities that have a greater tendency to take care of their people too.
Yes, that's true.
So I think that we are helping create kinder, gentler, safer communities through the work you do. I'm extremely excited to be working with you all. And I look forward to the July 22nd, this Saturday.
Yes.
Now, the last thing we want to do before we finish our first Facebook Live event
Correct.
is tell you how to find out more information. First of all, and most importantly, go to the causes that we're talking about. The most important thing is go and check out these causes. Rescatame, could you spell that?
Yes. RESCATAME.
.org.
Rescatame.org.
Rescatame.org. Or
Correct,
just
that's
look for
our
them on
webpage.
Facebook, Rescatame Punta Cana.
Correct.
And you can...
Dogs and Cats of the Dominican Republic.
Dogs and Cats of the Dominican Republic also. Check out them on
Facebook?
on Facebook.
And webpage also.
And their webpage, and you can find out all the information about how we'll be increasing the projects. You can also make donations to these causes directly via their websites. I would encourage you to do that. If you can't make it down on July 22nd, please contribute to these wonderful causes. And finally, if you want to find out more about what's happening in general in the area of volunteer vacations and BeachCorps, check out BeachCorps too. It's at BeachCorps on Facebook and Twitter, and BeachCorps.com on the website. And we're really working with some wonderful organizations. We'll be hopefully announcing some great partnerships as we go forward. I think that we have done our first Facebook Live.
We have a
now we actually got to find out whether this thing actually happened, or we've just been kind of sillily talking into a
into a phone.
Who knows? Who knows if anybody's listening? So
yes, but
Sylvia,
it will happen for Saturday, and the people from El Cajuil, they will be very happy to have us there. We are going to take donations for the people, for the animals, and have a good time.
And lots of photos and video that we'll be sharing soon from this wonderful event.
Mm-hmm.
Well, coordinator, I guess we can sign off now. Thank you from BeachCorps. Thank you from the Beach Club. And have a great day.